Welcome to Stoner Watch, and this is my open spoiler discussion for Marvel Studios' Loki on Disney+. And if you haven't already, please smash that subscribe button and click on that bell so you get notified for future videos. And be sure to give this video a thumbs up. And wow, man, I just got done watching the second episode of Loki on Disney+, and I gotta say, this show is damn awesome. Now, the director Kate Huron and the head writer creator Mike Waldron are just knocking this series out of the park. I mean, they're just knocking this series out of the park, in my opinion. Now, Mike Waldron is also the writer for the Doctor Strange 2 Multiverse of Madness movie. He's also going to be the writer for Feige's yet-to-be-named Star Wars project. Now, so far in these first two episodes, I'm pretty impressed with the writing that they have for this series, so I'm looking forward to see what he has coming up with those two projects here. Now, I'm hoping that we can keep up this momentum for the next 4 episodes, because Loki's only going to have a 6-episode run. Now, so far, each episode has been roughly about 55 minutes each, and I saw in an interview with the director, and I forget who she was talking to, I think it was Collider, and she said that every single episode is going to be roughly about the same length. So this is basically like a 6-hour movie, which is pretty damn awesome. Now, I'll have to admit, Loki wasn't like one of my biggest favorite characters in the MCU, but as soon as he popped out of that one scene in Endgame, I'm going, oh, what is that about? You know what I mean? Because that's where this series picks up. As soon as Loki picks up the Tesseract in Endgame and pops out, he becomes what they call a time variant. Now, we also learned about this other organization called the Time Variant Authority. Now, I don't remember reading about them in the comic books back in the day, but I'm learning about them now, and they're pretty interesting. Now, there's already a theory floating around online saying that the one of the timekeepers is Kang, who's supposed to be the villain in the new Ant-Man 3 movie that's coming up. So I don't know if that's true or what have you. I mean, I guess if you look at the illustration cartoon that they had in these last 2 episodes showing the timekeepers, it kind of looks like that dude. I don't know, maybe. Let me know what you think about that in the comments down below. I mean, I don't know. Maybe. But again, so far I'm liking this show. I think it's pretty damn awesome. I think like the chemistry between Owen Wilson and Tom Hiddleston is just been so damn funny. And it's been pretty cool to see Owen Wilson in something else again also. So, I mean, he's been pretty good in this show, and it's like the chemistry between them two is pretty damn good. Now, in this last episode, we finally find out that the other variant that they're tracking down is like the Lady Loki. Now, I heard earlier today that some people say that that is not who she is, that she's like somebody else. So I don't know. I'll have to wait and see how that all plays out. Let me know what you think about that in the comments down below. Have you heard the same thing? I mean, I heard somebody say that she was like the Enchantress, I think that they were saying earlier online. I'm not really sure if that's true or not. So it'd be kind of interesting to see how that kind of goes through. Now, I thought that was kind of weird. They're showing in this episode that they went to Alabama for a hurricane that happens in 2050 that like totally wipes all those people out. That'd be really freaky if that actually happens. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that'd be really, really freaky. But anyway, whether it's Lady Loki or not, she seems to be able to possess people like that, kind of like how Scarlet Witch was doing in the earlier Avengers movies. Like she was like taking over people's minds, almost kind of like the same kind of magic or whatever you want to call it. Now, it's kind of weird that where Loki kept on saying, well, as he was fighting these possessed people, like, oh, I wouldn't have done that. I'm like, yeah, but she's a variant, dude. She's not going to be doing what you do completely. I mean, it's going to be maybe somewhat similar, but it's not going to be the exact same thing, right? I mean, plus all those other variants they were showing in this show, like the one that kind of looked like Hulk and everything else, that was pretty freaky stuff. What do you think? Let me know what you think about that in the comments down below. And before Lady Loki escapes, she sets up all these time reset bombs like all over like the timeline. It's just like that looked just like totally crazy. And then like they're showing back at the Time Variant Authority headquarters, they're like, oh, code red. I mean, everybody's just going crazy. So I wonder what that's going to be all about. But like it didn't seem like that those reset charges had like that big of a radius, but maybe if you just set them off like in random places, that might do something. So I have to wait and see how that all plays out. Then Loki actually got away too. Now, he said during the fight that he plans to overthrow the time variant, like the timekeeper. So I wonder how that all plays out. I mean, is he really serious about that, or is he just trying to play her too? So I have to wait and see how that all plays out. I mean, so I don't know, man. Like I said, I'm liking this series like quite a bit. I think that this Waldron guy is like an awesome writer so far. So I'm looking forward to see what he does in those other projects and see if whether or not if he actually can keep this going on for the rest of this series too. So I don't know. Are you watching Loki on Disney Plus? Let me know in the comments down below. What did you think about this last episode? Let me know in the comments down below. I mean, so far it seems like it's going to be totally crazy. I mean, totally crazy. So I wonder what's going to happen next week. So let me know what you think in the comments down below.